Hello. This Teacher's Day speech will be led by Sir Sasang Headmaster Junior Sections. Before that, I request presentations by Student Union to get ready. Now, I would like to call upon, I would like to invite our Junior Section Headmaster, that is Sir Sasang, on stage to deliver his speech.
Good morning, everybody. There is never been celebrated like MLS Day, Officers Days, but the Teachers Day is celebrated all over India every year on the 5th September. Today I'm not going to say the life story of Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, but what we are going to say is his achievement. Dr. S. Radhakrishnan, one of the greatest master philosophers of India, was born on September 5, 1988 in Tirutani, a pilgrim town in Tamil Nadu, from Orthodox Brahmana family. Sarvepalli is the name of the village in Andhra Pradesh, from where his ancestors had migrated to Tamil Nadu long back. His father earned meager salary and had a large family to support. It was not possible for his father to provide good education to young Radhakrishnan. Moreover, his father did not want him to learn English. He wished to make him a traditional and orthodox Hindu priest. He was sent to Tirutani school and then to Lutheran mission school at Tirupati because he was brilliant from the very beginning and possessed a very good memory. At the age of 16, he was married to a girl of 10. At the age of 17, he joined Madras Christian College at Chennai and studied philosophy and obtained MA and BA degrees in the subject. He was determined to reveal the wisdom of Indian thought and philosophy. Therefore, he chose for his MA thesis the subject of ethics and Vedanta. It proved a suitable reply to the church level by many Western scholars and thinkers. That Vedanta was based on ethics. Vedanta was not based on ethics. This thesis proved that what a genius Radhakrishnan was. The thesis which is prepared in the second year of his for this degree shows a capacity for handling easily a complex argument beside more than the average mastery of good English. In 1909, after doing his MA in philosophy, he entered the Madras Provincial Education Service and became a lecturer. And 5 years later, at the age of 23, he became assistant professor. He was also deeply interested in English literature. His exposition of the subject before his students and audience was always brilliant, absorbing, and memorable. Consequently, he became very popular among his students and his colleagues. His publication of The Reign of Religion in Contemporary Philosophy made him well recognized. He was then offered the professorship of philosophy in the Calcutta University. In 1923, he published his first volume of his well-known Indian philosophy. Following the publication of Indian philosophy, he was invited to deliver lectures on Indian philosophy and thought in the university in European and American countries. In 1926, he delivered Upton Lecturer at Oxford University, England, and then Haskell Lecturer at Chicago University in the same year. At the Oxford University, the theme of his lecture was The Hindu View of Life. Then a professorship was created for him at Oxford University to teach Eastern religions and ethics. It was the first time that an Indian was made a professor there. Many distinguished persons like Harold Macmillan, Aldous Huxley, Sir Francis Young husband, etc. became his admirer. They found his talks and discourses too logical, convincing, enlightening, and interesting. His command over English was also wonderful. He was also invited to deliver the Hebert lectures at the London University. He spoke on Vedanta, Hinduism, Oriental wisdom, and Buddhism with equal mastery and command. By his brilliant talk and lecture, he built an intellectual bridge between the East and the West, resulting in best understanding and appreciation of Indian philosophy, culture, civilization, religions, and way of life. In 1931, he was appointed Vice Chancellor of Andhra Pradesh University till 1936. In 1939, he became Vice Chancellor of Banaras University. His association with Oxford University as Professor of Eastern Religions and Ethics was a long one, which lasted for 16 years, beginning from 1936. He was awarded an honorary degree of Doctor of Civil Law in appreciation and recognition of his great learning, wisdom, and deep understanding of both Oriental and Western schools of philosophy. In 1938, he was also invited to the British Academy to deliver its mastermind lectures. Later, he was made a Fellow of the Academy. His lectures were published in a book entitled Eastern Religion and Western Thought. Another series of lectures was published in 1944 under the title India and China. During 1948 to 1954, he was chairman of UNESCO. In 1949, he became India's ambassador to USSR at the age of 61. He served in Moscow as India's envoy from 1949 to 52. This laid a firm foundation for a long and friendly relationship between the two great nations of India and USSR. In 1952, he was appointed Vice President of India's Union and again elected for the same post in 1957. As an ex-officio chairman of the Rajya Sabha, he presided over its debates and sessions and guided this august house with much distinction and personal charm. In all these capacities, he became very popular among all the parties, factions, and people, and his sent voice and advice were listened to with great respect and attention. During this year, he also toured many foreign countries as a cultural ambassador of India, spreading the message of international peace, cooperation, and understanding. In 1954, he became the Vice Chancellor of Delhi University. Here again, he served this great institution of learning with exemplary distinction. He was awarded several national and international honors, including German Order of Merit 1954, the Golden Plaque 1959, and Bharat Ratna, the highest Indian Civilian Awards in 1954. A book entitled Dr. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was published in USA, which contained 882 pages, compilation of brilliant articles and essays on this great philosopher, teacher, and statesman. In the field of religion, philosophy, and world thought, his towering personality was inspiring. He followed the principle, do your best. In every walk of life, and serve the country and the world in an exemplary way. He succeeded Dr. Rajendra Prasad as President of India in 1962. His appointment as President of India was widely welcomed by many world personalities like Bertrand Russell. In his words, Radhakrishnan as President of India represented the idol of the philosopher king of Master Plato. He paid a state visit to the USA in 1963 and delivered talks and lectures urging the people to eliminate poverty, illiteracy, exploitation, and hunger from the world. He firmly believed in equality, freedom, democracy, accommodation, tolerance, and the wisdom of all our ancient saints and teachers. In his speech at the inauguration of Rabindranath Tagore centenary celebration, he said, India's fate is in the spiritual being of man, which is not exhausted by scientific descriptions and estimates. The urgent need of human race is to move up a step forward in its growth. The man in whom the infinite and finite seek each other, Narayana, Narahari is the God-man. It is the divine in us which will enable us to free ourselves from compulsions of nature and the constraints of history, and remove both nature and history. If we overlook this spiritual dimension of man, he becomes the victims of necessity. The living spirit liberates us from the mechanism of compulsion. We have the power to change the course of history. Radhakrishnan laid down this high and dignified office of Indian presidency in 1967 at the age of 79. In May 1967, he returned to Tamil Nadu, his hometown, amid roaring cheers and welcome. Finally, he passed away on April 17, 1975. He was a lighthouse of Indian wisdom and personified a great ancient cultural heritage. As a tribute to his loving memory and great achievement, today his birthday is celebrated as the Teacher's Day. Besides many other things, he was a teacher par excellence. He was a genius of great intellectual versatility, for whom all of us have great respect and reverence. Religion is not irrelevant to life. It has some guidance and help to offer to a generation which is perplexed at its failure to find satisfaction and is now groping for light. Only a living faith in God will enable man to overcome the paralyzing sense of despair and create a less imperfect society. Thank you very much.